When those small leaks never get repaired, it only turns to a big blowout later on, and that's in a relationship or a marriage. But I want to hit on some points of what I think can go on in a marriage and cause it to fall apart. Before I get to those breaking points, I want to get to my initial point first. It wasn't the moment she pulled a gun on him, with one bullet left in the chamber, that he and her knew the marriage was over with. It's all those issues and problems that led up to that moment for her to go to that level to pull a gun out on him. Whenever you see a blow up in a marriage, it was never just that blowout. It was those small leaks that never got repaired early on before that blowout happened. Drawing a gun on your partner means that marriage been over. It been over. When I heard she put a gun on him, that marriage been over. That was just built up contempt. That was just built up hatred. And there was just like a whole lot of stuff built up that never got repaired, players. A whole lot of stuff that just went on and on and on. Those small leaks that never got repaired. But I want to start my breaking points of how I think a marriage can fall apart. This is just me. Number one, couple isn't on one accord. Love can overcome many things, but it can't overcome not being on one accord. Everything has to be on one accord from top to bottom. Respect, communication, trust, shared core values and beliefs, where to live, having kids, adding more kids, how when to save, spend, budget money. If not, it'll crumble down. That can cause a marriage to fall apart because nothing is on one accord. Everything has to be on one accord from top to bottom, from the beginning to the end, players. Number two, expecting too much from your partner. Your partner is human, so they will make mistakes sometimes. So a supportive partner handles those mistakes like a grown, mature adult. But a unrealistic partner would treat that partner like she should have a consistency of perfection 100% all the time. And that only leads to more frustrations and problems for them both. Yes, indeed. Now that right there, I done heard a lot. And that causes a lot of problems, man. When you and your partner can't connect, you expecting too much from them, and then when they don't come through on it, instead of you giving them constructive criticism, you tear them down with destructive criticism. And that just doesn't have a marriage stay repaired, or the intimacy can break down because of that. Number three, avoiding certain issues because afraid to be alone. Some couples will avoid certain issues in their relationships to not further more issues because they have a fear of being alone. Fearing that their perspective will not be heard and accepted, instead taking the wrong way and accepting anything out of the relationship no matter how unhealthy it is. This keeps the problems from being worked out, and soon those old problems will come up that never got fixed, and by then it'll be too late to repair. And that's true, man. And this comes from having no understanding. The mother of love births understanding. The mother of true love bursts understanding. You got to have an understanding with your partner, players. You got to, man, because that can cause relationships to break apart or marriage to break apart. Number four, communication over body language, and this causes problems as well. Starting off, couples used to be upfront and honest about their true feelings towards each other. But as the relationship progresses, partners assume that each partner can be able to read their body language and take that as a sign that they know what's on their mind. So now, instead of a upfront conversation, it's eye rolls, deep sighs, smacking lips, and silence. This is why communication and meaningful conversations is key. You got to have communication. People always say that, man, it's about communication. It's about communication. Man, that is the best part. Other than trust and respect, communication plays a major, man, I want to say 80%, 90%. Like, you need that communication, man. Probably 100%. Like, that. All of it is 100%, but that communication is very important, man. You got to have it. All that, well, he didn't pick up on what I wanted because I showed him a sign. No, man. Or he can say, man, she didn't pick up. No, man. Hey, in order to get in your partner's head, man, the best thing you can do is talk to him. If I want to get in my partner's head, I talk to him. Talk to him, have a meaningful conversation, a serious sit down, and we're going to talk this out and get to the bottom of the issue and repair it. Not just sit there, well, I thought you would pick up on it. No. Talk to me. Sit down. Let's get this out the way. None of that body language stuff. Conversation over body language, players. Number 5, reason with your partner. Did he just compromise with her on certain things like stuff for the house, car, shopping sprees, stuff for her family? Or did he fail to reason and just felt like he needed to be right and in control of everything all the time? This can cause tension between the two partners because the other one will be feeling like they're left out. And that can cause problems in the marriage also. When one partner can feel like they do everything and just leave the other partner out the way. They don't have no opinion. They can't voice their thoughts, their opinions, nothing. They beliefs, nothing. And that can cause a marriage or relationship to fall apart also. It's a team game. It's a we game. Players lead, we lead, but we also got to take the suggestions in for consideration. You see what I'm saying? We lead, but we taking her opinions into consideration. You see what I'm saying? So did he feel like he didn't have to compromise? Or did he feel like he could take control of everything? Or did he let her do certain things? When she pulled out that gun on him, I don't think so. Because see, when you a male like Earl Thomas, you really trying to discover yourself while being married. He got married too early. Maturity can handle all those problems. Wisdom can handle all those problems. Knowledge can handle all those problems. So he was a mature man trying to do grown man things, but his maturity wasn't ready. You see what I'm saying? He was a male that hasn't discovered himself and trying to be a full grown man. And that's not right. You have to become a physician first to handle certain problems like that. But I'll hit on that later. That's why I say, man, you got a young guy. That's why I said on my video, first he marries for love, but the second time for business. See, he had an unrealistic perception of how marriage was. But when you really look at your second time, you have grown and developed mentally, strong. You got a strong mind. You can handle certain things that second time when you get married. You see what I'm saying? Because you develop over time. You experience life, experience women, and you know certain things now. You see what I'm saying? But we'll talk about it more later. Number 6, not fighting fair. When you're in a relationship or a marriage, it is 24/7. The person you love the most, you're most likely to take out your anger, frustrations on them because you interact with them way more than anyone else. All the aggression can hurt the individual and relationship because the more you hurt that person you love, the more you risk pushing he, she away. And that is true. I got that so many times. I was never one just to always tell a female my problems. But like I say, I haven't been married or I haven't been like cohabitating like that. So, but when I'm in a relationship, I don't just voice my opinions to them or like my frustrations, my problems. But I seen a lot of marriages that my homies, man, they always come out their partner wrong. And the wife also. Because like I say, you around that person 24/7. So of course, the person you see the most and you interact with the most, you're going to voice your problems and frustrations to them the most because that's what you see. So it's certain things, like I say, when you a wise man, you can hold back certain things. You see what I'm saying? See, now a grown male, he will handle his problems differently. But a grown man, a grown wise man, knowledgeable man, insightful man, experienced man, he deals with his problems eternally. He might tell his wife some things because, like I say, they are a team. But other than that, he handles his problems internally because he's his own worst critic. He doesn't need his wife to be like, you do this, you do that. No. He handles his problems eternally. That's what a man does. A grown man will he will accept the blame or point fingers or come in the house and explode. But a grown, mature man can handle that situation way differently. Because like I say, he deals with his eternally. Number 7, never takes ownership of your faults. Here we go again with the maturity thing. Every couple gets into their share of fights. But in a healthy, majority of the time happy, strong relationship, fights at the end with both partners admitting their wrongs and accepting blame for what has happened. This also shows a level of respect for each partner and how much both value the relationship marriage. See what I mean? That's maturity. Maturity. Man, when a woman accepts blame for what she did, man, takes blame for it, accept to take ownership of it, that's sexy, man, to me. Not only is it mature, it's sexy to me. And that's a turn on for me also. Because that lets me know 2 things. She respect me, and she respect our relationship, and she value it. But, 3, she respect herself also. See, that right there builds intimacy, man. Or it maintains intimacy. I just say it like that. That taking blame, ownership of what you did, instead of pointing fingers and blaming everything else on it besides taking it yourself, man, that just maintains the intimacy, man. It makes it just like, just the wood, just ready for that fire, man. Ready for it. But see, that's what I'm saying. Maturity. See, Earl got married early. See what I mean? Him and his wife. I'm quite sure she probably pointed the blame somewhere else without taking blame for it. I'm pretty sure he probably said certain things he probably want to say. He didn't take ownership of it because, like I say, he was a male first. He wasn't a physician. Can handle all those problems. Maturity can handle all that, man. And when a woman takes blame ownership, it's sexy, man. Like I say, it shows maturity, responsibility. Man, it's a turn on, man. I mean, that really is a turn on, man. And like I say, it maintains intimacy, and that's most important, players. That is the most important. I preach intimacy, man. Number 8, does each partner show empathy, sympathy? If it's a healthy, strong relationship, it will revolve around how each partner is feeling in times of distress, hard times and conflicts. We can shift our mindsets towards recognizing our core needs, wants, along with our partners. Now this is for both. It's about recognizing, understanding your partner's unmet needs, and then coming up with a solution for meeting them. And that goes both ways. See what I mean? A mature couple can handle that. A mature couple can handle that, man. Sit down, talk, okay, what you want, what you need, what is not being met, and I'll tell you mine. We talk it out, and we get it fulfilled. Number 9, reverence in a relationship is major. Deep respect in a relationship is major, important. If just one partner has a disrespect for or towards the other one in their personal life choices, then neither partner will ever feel comfortable confiding in them and bother discussing their thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. This will destroy a marriage or relationship, players. When it's no respect, all you need in a marriage or relationship is one partner disrespecting the other one. That's it. You don't need both. All you need is one, and they can destroy it. Disrespect can destroy a marriage relationship, players. Number 10, does each partner express thank yous and appreciations? And this maintains intimacy also. Did efforts go unnoticed, or one felt like their time is way more valuable than the others? Taking a partner for granted can cause problems in the relationship and in the bedroom. Gratitude helps maintain intimacy and respect in the relationship. You got to have those thank yous, man. You got to have those thank yous. Those are appreciated. That helps maintain intimacy and respect in a relationship. Number 12, players, validation in relationships. A real insecure partner will use their partner as a crutch in order to feel better about their shortcomings. So then, when their relationship is not satisfying, they'll use that as a small insult against who they are, and that can lead to built up tension, hatred, and frustrations. But it can also be real difficult to try to reason with someone who pins their self-worth to the status of their relationship marriage. And man, that's why I say, if I was an NFL player, basketball player, I would have my wife doing something. I would not have her sitting in the house, man. An idle mind for a woman is a devil's playground, and that can cause a lot of problems, man. But when she's always working, and she want to do something that's about her passion, her purpose, man, that's the best thing that she can do. Just letting her sit in that house, man, and just depending on that relationship, marriage, no, man. I would always let my wife do something. If I was married and I was in the NFL, my wife had to be doing something. I know Luda's wife got a degree. I think she was going to be a dentist or something she was about to do, but she got a degree in everything. I would give her own practice. Luda got the money. I would let her get a couple buildings, and just let her work every 2 or 3 days out the week and just be at home because she needs something to do, man. An idle mind is terrible for a woman, man. Just sitting at the house. No, she needs a purpose and just something she can dedicate her purpose to outside of the marriage so she can feel like someone. See what I'm saying? When you in my marriage and you depending on me, your self-worth is connected to my marriage because I'm an NFL football. Well, Earl Thomas is an NFL football player. She connecting her self-worth to the marriage. No. Let her have something going on in her life, man, outside of the marriage so she can feel whole within herself. And that can also make your partner feel better about themselves, man. See what I mean? Young, man. But no, I take that back. A lot of old players do it too. Michael Vick let his wife sit down at the house. A lot of players do, but not me. My wife had to have a certain purpose and a passion for it, man, and motivation for it. So she can have something outside of the marriage that works for her. So she can feel whole within herself and not just depending on me and her self-worth attaching to our marriage. See what I mean? I would have her working. Because I know, man, an idle mind for a woman is a devil's playground, man. And, man, the more you just sitting in the home, no, man. Plotting, man. Planning and plotting, player. She got to have something that she can connect her self-worth to outside the marriage. That's all I'm saying. 13. Take out the time to just be heard. Every partner in a relationship wants their thoughts, feelings voiced and heard. So each partner needs to give their partner that same respect and not just listen, but actually be heard. That means giving their 100% complete, undivided, mental, emotional, and physical presence. That's what that means, being heard. Not just listen to, being heard. If one partner feels their thoughts, feelings are being ignored and aren't important, they'll feel like they have no place in the relationship. And that can also cause a relationship, marriage to fall apart. Also, players can also cause. Each partner got to be heard, man. Not just listen to, heard. 100% complete, divided, undivided. Physical presence, player. Being heard, not just listened to. 14. Expressing a real high level of affection too soon. And this is what us young males do. Too much too soon can be a problem later on. trying to maintain such a strong level of hot affection can take a whole lot of effort to keep alive. So over time, it will burn out faster than one that started out as a manageable, sustainable spark. And a lot of males and a lot of immature females start off that sex real hot and heavy, but they can't maintain it because there was no slow spark. You got to maintain intimacy. But I'll go into that further. But man, trying to maintain such a strong level of hot affection can take a whole lot of effort to keep alive. And this is where discipline comes in for a man. That discipline. A whole lot of effort to keep alive. So over time, it will burn out faster than one that started out as a manageable, sustainable spark. I'll go into the intimacy part. No physical intimacy. Sex in a long-term marriage relationship isn't easy to maintain. Exciting as it was in the beginning, it still plays a major part in the relationship if two partners haven't learned how to keep their sex lives fiery. It can slowly fizzle out, and that can open up a bad dynamic in a relationship marriage that can invite infidelities. Yes, it will. Because in order for a man to feel like he's close to his wife, he has to have sex. In order for a woman to want to have sex with a man, she has to feel close to him. See, that's the emotional, physical thing. Emotional, physical. A man likes to be physical with his woman. A woman has to be emotional to feel that closeness in order to want that sex with her man. So when both partners, they don't have that intimacy going on and just broke down, they don't feel close to each other. Now, she don't want to be accepted towards, his sexual moods. He get turned on, and then now, when that happens, he might want to go at it, but then she don't. You see what I mean? Because the intimacy is broken. You gotta maintain intimacy all the time. That's why I did like 4 or 5 videos on intimacy, man. You gotta keep the intimacy alive. Now that was physical intimacy. I'm gonna hit on emotional intimacy. No emotional intimacy. In order to maintain a bond that goes far beyond the physical, two partners have to maintain a level of emotional intimacy. It's as big as the importance of physical sex. See what I mean? The importance of physical sex. If partners can't connect with each other on a more deeper level or don't want to, then they lost an important part in the relationship. See what I mean? Physical sex is just as important as the emotional intimacy, player. And the emotional intimacy is just as important as the physical sex. Whenever you just jump in the bed, man, and just getting at it, and no emotional connection towards your partner, like I say, y'all with each other 24/7. In order to make it last a long time, you gotta have that. You gotta maintain a certain intimacy, man, to keep that fire lit. But the intimacy is the wood. Without the wood, no fire. 17. Doubting yourself in the relationship. If a partner cannot be the person and a partner they would like to be, it is worth discussing whether the relationship is sustainable. Okay. If it's a change in personality, behavior to the point where one can no longer find things to find in common and relate to in a relationship marriage, it may no longer work out. Now, I truly believe that also, too, players. I truly believe that. But I just want to get towards this, man. And I'll finish this off like this. I hate that it came to that point about she had to pull a gun out on him, because the first thing I thought about them kids, man. I really did. Like, she didn't think. She got in her emotions. She couldn't control it. But then again, I got the blame. So put some blame on Earl, because see, a real man, he knows when his time is up. A real man knows when his time is up. Now, a real man wouldn't stay in something that he knows is over with. When his feelings is no more the same for his wife, he won't just sit back there, man, and cheat and all that and cheat like that. No, you know what he'll do? Get a divorce. That's the first thing he'll do, is get a divorce, man. Because he don't have no time to be sitting up there playing those little high school, college games, man, around with his wife. See, because a man wants his respect, first of all. See what I mean? Because he, like I say, he's pragmatic, he's wise, he's strategic, he's well experienced with women, so he knows that. But first of all, he represents being a man first, and that's being responsible for your actions and your words, man, and being truthful to his partner. Well, first himself, then towards his partner. So I just say it like that. But I hated when she pulled that gun out on him like that, because first thing I thought about was the kids. Now, it was a bullet left in there, right? So I'm glad he got blessed. He wasn't lucky, he was blessed. I don't never say lucky. No, he was blessed that she had that gun on safety, because if she would have just pulled that trigger and shot him. Now they got 3 kids together. Now you have one parent locked up for life. Then you got the grandma taking care of the kids, and you got the husband in the graveyard. That's a sad sight, man. And then the kids, looking at the situation saying, Mommy killed Daddy. That hurt, man. That gun was going to be the divider in that relationship, man. They could have killed that man, had her in prison for life now, and then had him in a graveyard. Then the grandma got to take care of the kids, and then those kids looking at mama like, you killed our dad. See, that's what I mean about when two partners can commit to their relationship, marriage, and let that be a loving, constructive, having a lot of order and discipline and boundaries, man, but it's also majority of the time happy and firm. Kids can prosper from being in that beneficial environment and relationship, man, because they see their parents really care. But you know what else too I thought about? I said, you know what? It's 3 types of relationship in a marriage or in a relationship. First, when you married, that's your wife, true enough. But when you divorce, you still have a co-parenting relationship. But you know what else you have? A personal relationship together. See, so let's just take this for example. Me and my the woman that had my child, we was together, right? But we had a relationship together, right? But the relationship didn't work out. So, you know, we still maintain a personal relationship towards one another and a co-parenting relationship with each other. See? So even though you with your partner and y'all share a relationship, marriage, when that's over with, the things that y'all share together, it's not completely over because now y'all have a personal relationship with each other. And that's what I mean by a man will tap out of it. He know when his time is up. He say, you know what? This is not going on well. Before I start cheating, you know what? I'd rather just go on divorce because my peace of mind and my happiness is most important. So if it's going to take me to give her whatever, 50%, 30%, whatever she had to, okay, let's say he got 50, right? Let's just say she had to get 20. I'm just saying she had to get 20. Hey, man, your happiness and peace of mind is worth all that. And more. Your peace of mind and happiness is priceless, man. And that's the way I feel about my life. My peace of mind and happiness is priceless, man. I give, man, whatever to have peace of mind. I would never connect myself to stress. You attaching yourself to stress, man, and that is the root of, man. The root of attachment is suffering, man. No, the root of suffering is attachment. So you just attaching yourself to suffering, man, when you stay in a situation that you know in your mind and her mind is over with. So the first thing I thought about, man, was his kids, him being in the graveyard, her being locked up in prison, and then the kids looking at mommy. Every day they go visit her. You killed our dad, you killed our dad. But I knew it was over when she pulled that gun. But it was those small leaks that led up to that moment for her to pull that gun. That could have been just avoided. And I'll share this story. I was watching this show. It was late at night. I'd say like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, man. I was up. I was dozing off. But anyway, it was this guy, right? And I think he worked for Wall Street. You know, he had a briefcase. Cool, smooth dude, man. He was like a James Bond, like the Sean O'Connor of James Bond. Anyway, he told his wife, you know, he knew he was going to get divorced. He told his wife, he said, you know what? I know you've been cheating on me. I was just going to wait for the time for you to do it. I was just going to wait time for you to tell me that you were cheating on me. Matter of fact, I hired a private investigator. But you know what he did? He did a grown-up man thing. So that's what I mean. Grown man versus a grown male. See? Wise man. Experienced man. Knowledgeable man. You know what he did? He didn't cuss her out. He didn't say he was going to physically harm or nothing. You know what he did? He said, you know what? I'm going to give you what you've been waiting on. I hired a private investigator. I know you've been cheating on me for 2 years. You had an affair on me for 2 years, right? He said, I think he had like 30 million, but he was going to give her, I think he would give her like 15, and he keep the other 15. Oh, he was going to give her more. He said, you know what? You can have it all. All I want is $10 million, my cars and my businesses, and you can have it all. You can have the rest of it. You can have all the cars. He had Bentleys, Rolls Royces, Ferraris. I'm talking about, man, he had everything in his yard. Big mansion, all of it, man. He was going to give her all of that just for his peace. Peace of mind, his happiness. See what I mean? Grown man. So anyway, he was going to give her all that. And he said, you can have everything, man. The house, I continue to take care of the kids. They had 2 kids. I continue to take care of the kids. All I want is my $10 million. And he also had another $5 million stashed somewhere that he didn't tell her about, which is smart on his part. But anyway, he had told her to keep that money, $15 million. She can have that house. She can have all them cars. He want 1 car and the rest of his real estate that he had. That's it. So you know what, players? You know what he did? He told her that. He called his mom and told his mom. He said, Mom, I'm leaving my wife, but I told her what she can have. She can have the other $15 million. She can have all them cars. She can have a house. I get another house. I just start over. I just want my divorce so I can be happy. That's what he said. So I can be happy and have a peace of mind because she's not happy. We haven't touched each other in over 6 months, and she haven't been fully supportive of me. We always having problems, and this is the only way that I can get out and find true happiness for myself. So, you know what he did, players? He filed for, before he could file for divorce, you know what happened? She set him up. Her brother and the guy that she was cheating on him with, she set him up to get killed by her brother and the guy that she was cheating on him with. See what I mean by staying with someone that's cheating? You never know how deep that was. You see what I mean? So you never know how deep a person is with that person that they cheating around with. Those feelings, man, they get attached to each other. Now he telling her, hey, I love you, leave him, let's start over, let's kill him and get this money and live our own life. See what I mean? That's why I don't stay in those cheap relationships, because you never know how deep that situation is with them two. See what I mean? But he tried to do it, man, and she set that man up to get killed. When all he wanted at the end was his peace of mind and his happiness, man. And I thought about Earl when I saw that, man. It's not worth it, Earl. Like I say, man, I know you love your wife. Y'all been to high school together, man. Y'all been in love since day one. Hey, man, that's cool, but your happiness and your peace of mind is most important, man. You still can maintain a relationship with your ex-wife, man. Like I say, there's 3 relationships. One, when the marriage don't work out, you still got your personal relationship y'all share together, and your co-parenting relationship y'all had together. See, and you still can be in your child's life, and you know what? You'll be alive and healthy. You'll have your right mind, health, and strength, man, and your peace of mind, and your happiness. You see what I mean? Like that dude tried to do. He tried to do it, and that man's wife still killed him, man. That's the sad part. And his mom was in the courtroom. She was like, my son told me, just like he told you, you're going to have everything you want. He was going to give you all the money, all his cars, everything. All he wanted to do was leave you alone. You still killed my son. And I felt that woman pain, man. I felt her pain. To know that her son was about to leave and start his own life over and just be happy with himself. She still killed that man. All he wanted, he knew she was cheating. He didn't hit her. He didn't put a gun on her. He handled it the grown, mature, wise, mature, grown man's way. He didn't hit her. He didn't sit there and say, you know what, you cheated, I ain't gonna give you no money, I'm gonna just leave you out on your own with the kids. No. He gave her $15 million, he was gonna give her $15 million, the kids, the house, everything. He was gonna still be in her life, helping her kids out, all that. Still be co-parenting and still be had a personal relationship together. But she took that away from that man. That was sad, man. His mom was in the courtroom yelling and screaming, man. That was sad, man. All he wanted was his peace and his happiness. And she took that away from that man. Sad. So I just wanted to go deeper into it, just, you know, without just putting something on somebody's YouTube channel and, you know, everybody click on it, which I appreciate the likes and the comments under it. I myself want to come to my channel and just break it down a little more. That's all. You know, I didn't want to leave it like, you know, those just a little paragraph. I wanted to go deeper into it because I had points that I thought that, you know what, these are some of the things that can break a marriage apart. These are some of the things that can break a relationship apart. So I just wanted to further break it down. But Earl, it's not worth it, player. When she pulled that gun, that was it for me. Disrespect, player. That's disrespectful, man. She pull a gun out on you, player. Disrespectful. That means, man, that was just built up contempt and hatred towards you. And now you laying with her again, man. You never know when that certain trigger might come up again. You see what I'm saying? That's emotions, man. You never know when it'll come up again. So this time you gotta wait. The next time might not be so. You see what I'm saying? You might not get away with it the next time. You see what I'm saying? It might not be a gun, it might be a knife. So I'm just saying, player, just put it on your mind, man. Alright, players, respect.